This is Steve Ridgel, and in our Jesus Journey class at Hillcrest in Abilene, Texas, we often at the end of our class give a little helpful hint for how to follow Jesus better, little practical things that'll help your life, and a couple of things that obviously a lot of our people that are coming out of addiction, been incarcerated. Truthfully, many of us, some way past and some pretty fresh, wrestle with how do I not fall to temptation? What are some ways that I keep myself focused on my Jesus journey? And so, one of the things that we laughingly talk about a lot, but it's true, is sometimes you have to change your environment. Now, you live where you live, but here's what we mean by that. We use this phrase a lot. We tell people that the alcoholic shouldn't fix communion wine by himself. The thief shouldn't count the contribution by himself. And the adulterers shouldn't do marriage counseling by themselves. We just say that. And what we're teaching people, and they get the point, is you need to be really careful, especially when you're not if you're with someone, they can say, no, we don't do, don't think about. When you're by yourself, Satan whispers, hey, you're taking extra time to count the contribution. Nobody's going to miss a $10 bill and you need gas. Or, hey, you're mixing the communion wine. That's one little sip's not going to matter. After all, somebody's got to taste this, be sure it's okay. So, to the counselor who's by himself with someone trying to do marriage counseling, look, she is so sad. He is so lonely. You need to just couple of lessons we say out of that. One is know your weakness and don't live where you're weak. Just don't hang out in the weak places. I hear alcoholics sometimes say, when I get in good shape, I'm going to go into the bar and I'm going to help people find Jesus. That's just adding a lot of temptation. Don't do that. Be very careful about things like that. Stay away from the places where Satan will pull you back. Be careful. And then do things together. Do things with two or more people, two or three. Even a lot of our Bible studies, I'll bring somebody when I'm studying with somebody. There's always somebody with me, somebody else to talk about things with, because when you're by yourself, it's easy to get tripped up. Now, that applies to a lot of the other things in life. For instance, one of my original rules I live back, I just don't spend time with people, with women. I just don't. Not me, and I don't do counseling one-on-one. I don't go to lunch with women. I just don't do that. And I tell people, don't do things where you might have an issue, might be tempted. And there's three things that I think you need to remember. And we tell our people, here's the why you want to be so careful. Because people are always saying, well, I ought to be able to, and I shouldn't, here's the why. Number one, you do want to protect yourself from temptation. You don't ever want to be in a position where you don't have resources or Satan's whispering and, boy, you knew you shouldn't have gone and you did, and now there you are. Number two, you want to be sure and protect your church, your people. If you're trying to live the Jesus life, you're trying to bring people to Jesus, you want people to have some certainty, some security that when they are out there, they are protected. So they don't do this. Well, I know he used to drink, but how do we know and if he says he's going to the bar to get somebody, that's why he goes with two or three people. He's not going to put himself in danger. And number three, it not only gives the church a sense of security, and it not only protects you from temptation, it protects you from false accusations. Nothing is worse than the person who is really trying to get their life cleaned up and somebody says, hey, I think I saw you coming out of the bar. You must have been drinking. No, this becomes a you versus them. Just don't go there. And so those just little helpful hints we share with our people a lot. Maybe some of those will help you.